Hello, and welcome back to the Cove with more Frostpunk The Last Autumn. Alright, so let's see where we're at. We're doing pretty good at the moment. We managed to deal with the strike, and so, yeah, we have everyone back to work. We are getting very close to our deadline for our first stage, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to set them going for another half an hour. I don't know if we're going to be able to finish this, but it's going to be what it is, and hopefully we're not going to be too far behind if we are by much more. So what I'm thinking we're doing now, oh yes, before I forget, we also have some houses being built for our homeless that we just shipped in, but I'm not sure that's going to be enough as far as our workforce is concerned. We've taken all of these people away from our timber reloading station. That would be rather good. I know we're going to burn through a whole stack, so I think we do need some more. We also have fairly minimal numbers over here as well. We have a day and a half's worth of work, give or take, so that's not exactly the situation we want to be in. And then similarly, we have over here with the coal something fairly comparable as well, so we do need to go ahead and get a few more workers, I'm thinking. So that's what we're going to do. Let's head over to the beacon, and I think what we'll do is we're going to call in another 10. We could potentially call in an 11, but that would give us a little bit of a difference in logistical limit. So I think preemptively we're going to call on in one prosthetic as well. Yeah, one prosthesis is right on cue. That'll use up the limit that we have. It'll also get our workers coming along nice and quickly. I think that's going to be what's best for us. So we do definitely need to keep on emptying more space as time goes on. We're going to have plenty of food rations, even though we have some foragers searching for more food. The docks have been working rather well. Oh, what have we got? Substitutes check. Okay, all carriers of venereal diseases were isolated. Okay, that's good. And finer mesh has been researched. Yes, we did have that sorted as well. So we have plenty of food coming on in. We have a massive stockpile. So if we check out our food situation, yeah, we're only losing a fairly nominal amount per day, so I think we should be all well and good. Okay, so apparently, what is going on? 9 homeless? Oh, 2 people got sick. 2 people gravely sick. Oh, dearie me. Okay, so what is this upgrade? This will heal the sick faster. Do we have the ability... I don't know if we have the ability to treat the gravely ill. Hang on, let's check out the Book of Laws. We do have radical treatment. The gravely ill will be treated in medical posts. Okay, very good. We're not in any danger there, so we may end up with some amputees. I guess it's a good thing that we went ahead and picked up an extra one. So that will arrive in a day. Worst comes to worst, one of those gravely ill will become an amputee, but it looks like we will be perfectly fine. Oh, and here comes our labor union. It has now been established. So we did pick the labor union over the engineers in this run. So we did have to build themselves a fancy new building, which is up over there. Apparently, what is this? For 100 food rations, a -2 strike risk in all workplaces for 24 hours. My goodness. Okay, so we can see our workplace safeties. Luckily, we don't have to man this building. Yeah, we'll finish up with that road there. That should be fine. Oh, and before I forget, let's go ahead and unpause the building of that machine shop. We're going to need to start making some more steam exchanges fairly shortly. So again, another reason why we need more steel coming in, because I don't think that this is going to be enough. I think we could find ourselves in quite the pickle. Alright, some other miscellaneous roads being built. Yeah, houses going in. Yeah, as soon as they're done, that'll be fine. We will need another 2 houses for the extra people coming in. But again, we still have a full day for that, so I'm not too concerned. Alright, so overall, I think we've made pretty decent progress. We're, yeah, less than an hour ahead of schedule. I think they wanted it completed by tonight, but unfortunately, that's just not going to be the case. We'll go ahead and set this back to the shorter shift. Now that we have enough workers here to fully man this structure, I think we should be okay in the future. Again, a little disappointing that we're getting a little bit behind schedule, but at the same time too, it could be a whole stack worse. It's a fairly minimal difference of what they're asking. Alright, let's see. What's going on here at the closed tavern? Okay. The tavern looks deserted. The signboard over the door says Polestar. L'Etoile Polar? The second name is in French. Yes, I dare say that would be the case. Let's go ahead and explore. Good old times. The tavern isn't abandoned after all. A rotund man is bustling about, hefting crates and trunks on a sledge. He introduces himself as the owner of this fine establishment. While the French were around, I had patrons all day long. Workers curing a hangover with a breakfast, engineers drinking buckets of coffee over their maps and blueprints, and in the evening all together working hard on the next hangover. All of them chatting in French. Now it's over. Take whatever you need. I'm leaving for good. Okay, so take the resources, 164, and a railroad track. Okay, so I guess these fellows are just carrying that and they're not going to send it back towards us. Let's see, where should we go? I guess we may as well check out this location. We're the closest ones to them, so yeah, may as well work in that direction while we can. No point in going over here just to double back. That would be less than ideal, but hopefully that should turn out something decent. I don't think we need that 164 food rations immediately, so we'll leave things be. And you know what? I'm thinking what we could possibly do is, since we have a gigantic stockpile of food rations, we're going to go ahead and move back to standard meals for a little bit, and we'll see if we can spend those instead of the hearty meals. I'm not sure if that's going to be allowed, whether the standard meals or whether they'll go through the hearty ones first. But if we can cheese that out a little bit to make our food go slightly further, I feel like that's going to be a very good thing for us. Once we have the 100 standard meals, we'll go ahead and switch back to hearty meals. But for now, I think that's a good plan for tomorrow. Alright, so what's going on here? Oh, okay. Still need some streets to connect those houses. Alright, nothing too bad. We are working on the medical post upgrade, and I think that tomorrow we may go ahead and pick up the infirmary. We've got 5 people who are sick and 2 people who need help. Yeah, as soon as we can get that up and running, I think that would be incredibly important. And then what have we got over here for our steam exchanges? Apparently, the machine shop will produce 1 steam exchanger from 20 steel. Ow. Okay, so we're going to need to burn through 200 for our next layer of the generator. It seems, yeah, we need 10 of them. My goodness, that's expensive. Okay, well, I guess we'll just have to see how that goes. We'll need... What do we want? So if I check out our tech tree... yeah, we do want that infirmary. That's going to be rather nice for us, but I'm thinking if we could potentially go ahead and research the difference engine, that'll give us access to, yeah, the redesigned templates. That could be remarkably nice. That would also give us access to, let's see, infirmary checklists, boosted forager carts, both of which could be remarkably nice, an advanced fishing harbor, as well as, what else could we find? Oh yes, advanced stocks and gathering optimization, which will help out with our steel collection. So I feel like this is the natural progression, but again, we need that infirmary. I don't think we're going to be able to survive too much longer with the number of sick increasing at a steady pace. And you know what, we'll also go ahead and send that to the working hours of the shift. No need to be spending more than necessary. Although, hang on a second. Oh no, never mind. Maybe we do send it back to the 8 till 1800. If this is going to be running all day, yeah, the ventilation plant, that'll bring it up to safe. Yeah, that's what we want. The safer it is, the better off we'll are. Saves us a whole stack of discontent. What have we got? We've also only got 8 workers here in the public house. May need to fix that too. We definitely want to be burning down as much discontent as possible. But we will see how things go. Alright, so there's our shift. That's going to be a a little bit of fun. We'll go... What do we want? Yeah, we're still collecting a fair bit of timber here and adding that to the pile. I think the 16 is about as much as we can take with 10 people stacked up there. Where else will we go? Oh, we're at 110% efficiency here, so that's phenomenal. Yeah, that'll catch us up real nice and quick. And, oh, foragers have made it to the next destination. So, railroad track runs from one horizon to the other. It's enormous. The rails are almost knee-high and run on very wide sleepers. Well, let's keep on searching. A straight stretch of gigantic railroad track. Where do we want to go? Off to the 3 graves? Or to the storehouse? Oh, man, we're heading in all sorts of directions. You know what? I think maybe... I feel like we might end up sweeping all of the way back around, so if that is the case, I don't think we'll be moving too much further north. So let's go to the storehouse, and then we will... Yeah, then we'll rotate around, see if we can find anything else in that direction. We can always come back over there with somebody else. But again, one problem at a time. That's what's important. Also, too, I think we're going to have a couple of extra structural profiles left over, so we don't need all of our workers here. I think we can go ahead and shuffle them. Where can we go? Oh yeah, that timber yard, that's what we were going to do, wasn't it? Ah, botheration. Alright, I think we'll go ahead and max that out. Again, we need this area to continue our residential neighborhood. I think we also need to go ahead and, you know what, we'll start chucking in what is the amount of steel needed for the difference engine? 75, so we can afford one more. Yeah, we'll start working on that. We'll reduce that down to 1 worker while he finishes off that. We'll send the rest over here and we'll start making progress. We'll go to the short shift and... Actually, you know what? No, we can do the regular shift. And do we use the safety? Yes, we do. So, yeah, that'll make things a little bit better. Also gives us a little bit better return of investment on the ventilation plant. Burning all that coal. And in fact, we have... What's that? 2... Oh, we're at... Oh, darn it, we're out of coal there. That's not as good. We could go... Do we send them to the basic dock and see if we can max that out and then catch up tomorrow? I feel like that's going to be the best call. Either that or we could send them to a gathering post up over here for these 2 piles of coal. You know what? We're going to send them there. We'll work up the stockpile. We'll burn through... How much per day? We're consuming 322 per day. Okay, so in 24 hours time we'll be back where we are. This should hopefully stack up just high enough that we can keep on top of things. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Let's also go ahead and see where else could we send somebody. We're still working on that pile of timber. Yeah, it's getting very micromanagey at the moment. Yeah, there's not much we can do about that. Alright, well, I guess we're just going to have to wait for that shipment of extra workers coming on in. Yeah, maybe that'll help us out tomorrow before too long. Yeah, we'll have to see. Let's see, what have we got? A couple of hours. Oh, what's this? Milestone achieved. Okay. Build the foundations. Before laying the foundations, which will support the massive bulk of the generator, you have to send your workers deep below the ground level and install the powerful tower pumps there. Okay. Curious. So that'll be... Yeah, install the pressure valves, install the tower pumps. I don't know... what do we need? So here comes the foundations. We're about 2 days ahead of schedule. Oh, you know what? Maybe we can get some extra workers back now. Progress is done. Oh, yep, we have our extra 50 workers back. Okay, you know what? That's really good. Let's go ahead and max that out there. Let's make sure that we have plenty of steel coming on in. We'll go with the... Make sure the public house is being manned so we diminish our discontent. And then... What the heck? Are we still missing out on roads there? Ah. We didn't connect it the whole way. Well, that is... Wait a second. We're building those streets? Okay, well, you know what? Can't believe that we missed out on that small section. That's rather annoying, but it is what it is. Let's send a couple of people up over there. We'll send a whole stack of people over here. We'll catch up with the profiles fairly quickly, I suppose. Yeah, and send 6 workers here. Just keep that coal above where things currently stand. We have more than enough timber. We're not going to need more. So I'm happy to let that build up over time. Yeah, we're definitely about to hit cap. So let's go ahead and queue up a couple more. We're going to need... I don't know. Another 15. That sounds at least... yeah, at the very minimum. We're going to need a grand total of... What's this? 10... so we need, okay, 10 structural profiles for the pressure valves and 10 steam exchangers for the pumps. Okay, well, that's not too bad. And then, yeah, we can have that done by end of day even. Yeah, and then we'll get to the pressure valves fairly quickly. I think we're making decent progress here through the generator. We're already 2 days ahead of schedule, so yeah, for being as far behind as we were, we're not very far behind at all. Let's go ahead and pick up a new research. I think the infirmary is going to be... Oh, wait, no, we can't do that. We don't have the steam core. Botheration. We'll, well, you know what, then? If we can't afford to build it, we'll wait until, say, tomorrow? Yeah, wait till tomorrow, because that's at least, yeah, a day and 5 hours. That'll take us through to the end of work shift tomorrow. Yeah, and then we can build on the infirmary. I think that seems like the best call. Let's just double check our patience. How quickly? 8 hours? Okay, so we should be able to get to these sick people relatively soon. So let's go ahead and pick up the tech upgrade. Yeah, I think we're going with the tech upgrade. That's going to get us... Yeah, we'll go for the safety improvements, get that redesigned templates. That'll be really nice for saving us some early steel and for the rest of the run. Yeah, we'll try and get all of those done. That should be fine. And then we also need 2 more houses before I forget. We don't want to have more upset people. We could go... Not adjacent to street. I think we could possibly go here. And then do one there as well. Yeah, we want to keep these in a block if possible. And we'll go ahead and add... Yeah, a couple more roads on there. That should be fine. We'll see how this all goes. Yeah, okay, so realistically, I think we're doing remarkably well. Yeah, getting those extra 50 workers back is going to be super nice. And, oh, I guess we've got an issue coming through the beacon. Oh, sorry, through the telegraph. News from London. Abandoned site. Congratulations on completing your first milestone on schedule. Meanwhile, after funding cuts and catastrophic accident at Site 107, the project was scrapped and remaining workers scheduled for evacuation. If you can spare the men, order foragers to search these coordinates and recover whatever materials you can. We will have far from enough generators to evacuate everyone. Should the unthinkable happen, your task is now even more important. Well then, we shall redouble our efforts. I hope. Oh, and you know what? If we're lucky, may even squeeze this tech out by the end of day. Alright, well that's good to see. How are we doing on that food situation? We have been building up a couple more. Oh, we're already up to 300 odd standard meals. Let's quickly go ahead and set that back to hearty. It turns out our cooks are incredibly productive. So you know what? I think we'll bring that back down to 1 for now. We'll use some of that extra manpower over... where do we want to put them? Yeah, get them to work on the profiles. If we can get this 10th one finished, we should be able to, yeah, we should be able to get the next section going already. All right, letters from home, end of the world. Sir, an engineer received a letter from relatives in India. They explained that a sudden frost devastated their plantation and they are going back to England. As the colony is descending into chaos and the population is rising up against the British rule. Surely we cannot let such information impact the morale of our people. Well, okay, so use the letter in propaganda? We don't have this. Maybe that's something that we could have got if we went down the engineer's path, maybe? But I haven't seen any mention of that in our war books. We're going to let the discontent rise. We're not going to censor things. We're going to be as honest as possible, so if we theoretically do lie, they'll be more inclined to believe us since we've let everything else go by every single time. At least, you know, that's the long game plan if such terrible things must happen. Alright, so what do we have here? Workers' Council, official doctrine, bargaining, collective bargaining. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything to do with propaganda. I think it may have been that other path that we did not take. But either way, not much we can do about that, so let's just embrace the route that we are going and see how that all pans out. Alright, so what have we got over here? We have a full day's worth of work, I think. That's not bad. Oh, we even have an extra worker. Hang on a second. Oh no, one in palliative care. Oh dear. Okay. What's going on? Is that an amputee? In treatment. By law, all gravely ill and amputees will be given palliative treatment before we find a proper way to care for them. They'll be given half rations. Okay, so I guess that's not the worst. It's just not good. Yeah, that's not good. Let's see. 17, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so... yeah, by the end of the day, we should be able to get around to him and hopefully he will not suffer. Alright, let's check in on those foragers. The storehouse. The store is filled with crates used to transport steam cores, dozens of them, enough to power an entire fleet of dreadnoughts. Most of the crates are empty, but there are steam cores. Oh, isn't that just convenient? Alright. Steam cores, s'il vous plaît. The sign over the entrance says Ministry de la Marine État Colonies, Entrepôt, number 4. It's not surprising that other nations also seek refuge in the north, but the scale of this operation is astonishing. An ancient storekeeper opens a big ledger at our site. The old man apparently took us for French engineers. Bonjour, monsieur. Voici vos... yeah, more French that I haven't practiced in a very long time. Yeah, he seems to offer us a shipment of steam cores, but what the heck is Grevenage? Okay, not unsign the papers. Okay. Alright, so we will gain steam cores, but we may get into a little bit of trouble. Or we won't get any steam cores. Do we do this? Do we, as Brits, try to rip off the French? Could explain, but we won't get any steam cores. Oh, I'm so tempted just for the Britishness of it all, just to mess with the French. You know what? I can't say no. Alright, we're gonna nod and sign the papers. See how that goes. It worked! Hey! We took the steam cores, 2 of them we were offered by mistake. The old storekeeper waved us goodbye and left us with the precious loot. Alright, well, isn't that just fantastic? So, here comes the question. Do we want to make it all the way back here, or do we want to go ahead and head to the 3 graves first? Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and head over there. That's only 12 days. If we try and get these steam cores back, that's going to take us a full day. I think it's probably best knowing if there are any alternate routes. If there's another 2, maybe we just swing back and drop off those resources. That would be nice to have. Yeah, I think that won't be too bad. Also, too, again, apologies on my French and my French accent. I haven't attempted learning French since I was in school, and at the time I didn't pay a whole bunch of attention because it wasn't something I cared for. But yeah, later on in life, it's surprising how wanting to have a secondary language is yeah, changes your perspectives on things. So again, if you are French and you heard that terrible pronunciation, and yeah, that's my fault, and I apologize. But either way, who knows? Maybe it wasn't the worst. Alright, well, either way, let's keep on moving. It looks like we do have one amputee, so I guess that's handy that we've pre-purchased one of those. No one else is gravely, so I guess one of our two became an amputee, but that's not bad. We'll get them back nice and quick. We do have... oh yeah, one who is unemployed. That is one idle worker and one amputee. Oh, well, let's go ahead and send you there. And then the other one... well, you know what? I don't really know. Oh, but we have 10 more workers, so let's go ahead and pause. Let's send some... what do we care for? We have 2 sick absences there. That'll be enough coal for now. I think... yeah, those docks are running as hard as they can. I think what we do is we send them to the profiles manufacturer. Yeah, if we can complete one more of those, that would be remarkably nice. Oh, but it looks like that's the end of day. Yeah, and oh, botheration. Ah, that's so silly of me. I didn't queue up even more of these things, which I absolutely should have. Alright, you know what? We're going to send 4 more people over here. We're going to make sure that those profiles get built so we can start constructing on the next section. What is it? Pressure valves or the tower pump? It'll be the pressure valves. Yeah, we'll start working on those. But again, we're still 2 days ahead of schedule, so I'm rather happy with that. That's not too bad. And then with the leftovers, what do we want here? Research stopped just a couple of hours short. Yeah, I think the next thing we do... gathering optimization does seem remarkably nice. That would allow us to get a whole stack more steel. Or at least I'd assume that it does. Although that infirmary also wouldn't be bad. But again, we got to wait on the steam core before we can get that built as well. I think maybe we go for the safety improvements. And then we can also turn off the safety measures as well. So we can blitz through our orders as quickly as possible. Yeah, but you know what? I think that's a pretty good spot to call it for today. We've made some very solid progress. We've finished some things. We've made some decisions. We even swindled the French. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.